My name is David Sonnenschein. I started the $10 Business Challenge, and basically the idea behind the challenge is to take $10 and within a year, less than a year actually, turn that into a business actually. So everything that you start out with, materials, equipment, needs to be purchased with that $10, and then you can only reinvest whatever you make through sales afterwards. I think a lot of people, when they hear starting a business, they feel that you need a lot of money to start doing that, and it's probably true to some extent, but I think if you're really determined, if you have a good idea to start out with, it doesn't matter how much you have to start. I heard about the IKEA founder, Ingvar Kamprad, I believe his name is, but I guess as a kid he would buy matchboxes and then resell them. And then he would take whatever profit he made and would buy more matchboxes, and then eventually he could buy pencils or small furniture eventually, and then that grew into, IKEA. I'm sure it's overly simplified, but that's kind of what got the ball started. And I guess that's the idea behind it, to take something you're passionate about or something you have an interest in that doesn't necessarily cost a lot of money, but then to just take that idea and run with it and see what you can actually do in a setting that kind of pushes you to try something new. We have about 15 startups. We have a few home decor, jewelry type startups. My business is called reties. Basically, I take old vintage ties and slim them down to be a little more modern. We've had some that are a little different. I've seen some really driven startups. Like one on the very first day had already created 6 bracelets and sold one, making back her investment right there. I've seen a lot of different strategies to make this work, to see the $10 go as far as possible. So I'm hoping that we can all learn from one another. This is like the first year. I want to turn this into an annual thing, generally running from April 1st to December 31st. And it would be kind of cool to see people get involved, even if they're not joining as participants, but support these startups and see what they can do. Like, I'd like to see maybe even like established businesses get behind this and reach out and maybe lend a helping hand, help businesses get their own start. I'd like to see a number of our startups that we have now, a year from now, actually being successful with what they do and say, you know what, that challenge, that's where it started.